Two boys from the Bronx with opinions on everything. Candid conversations about day-to-day life. The only question now is, are you with the shits?
You know I'm with the shit.
Cheer. It's your boy Smizzy-Teddy.
It's poppin', it's your boy Teddy Rocks.
It's with the shits podcast.
Yes, sir.
It's episode 17.
Uh-huh.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Sure.
Teddy was good, my guy.
Hey, man, everything is everything.
All right, so let's jump right into it. It's been a lot of shit going on, man.
It has been a lot of things going on out here, man.
Some of it I'm with, some of it I'm not with. But
Nothing.
fucking that couple from Mount Vernon, that's how crazy shit is. Like last week we were just talking about vacation, and sometimes you see how fucking close shit touches the home. Couple from Mount Vernon went to DR on vacation, looked like they had a great time while they were out there, and just never made it home.
That's crazy.
And from what I've been gathering, it seems to be that they got into some type of car accident, because they said they found the lady was kind of injured on the side of the road. The car was in like down a valley in some water and some, you know what I mean? So it seems like an accident. You know what I mean? It could be. Is it foul play? Is it something else?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's been pretty much all over my timeline. A little bit of last week and some more this week, especially now since they, you know what I mean, got more information, and pretty much everybody knows who it is. They was hoping, you know what I mean, the best all the time, but
A friend of mine, I think she knows the gentleman.
yeah.
So, I mean, it's a sad thing, man. Like, you know.
You go out to have a good time and you don't make it home.
Yeah, that's
Nobody ever anticipates that.
I want to hope that it's not foul play.
Yeah.
But she was found on someplace else. He was found someplace else. So it's like, that's the only thing that, like, I'm a little iffy about the whole. Like, if they were found kind of near each other, like, all right, cool. But
who knows?
Who does know? But, you know, like I said, condolences to their family.
Condolences to their family. Like, also, all over the timeline. Nip gonna be on the timeline for a minute. He gonna be on everybody's timeline. But they laid him to rest.
Yeah, the celebration of life.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't watch it. I didn't get involved in pretty much any of it. You know what I mean? Give my condolences to the family. R.I.P. I'm gonna listen to his music the same way I used to.
I watched it, man.
I always get jewels from listening to his music and watching different interviews and shit. So, I mean, I'm just one of those keep the same energy type niggas. I wasn't a full-blown all day, every day Nip, so I'm not gonna act like that now. I don't knock nobody that does, to each their own, you know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. I didn't really check for it too much, but it's been there. I heard it was a good ceremony. Snoop said some good words.
I watched it, man.
They
said
pretty
good.
Lauren London, they said her shit was like real touching.
Yeah, her shit was.
You know what I mean? So
shout out to Nip's mom, man. Like, she really.
Yeah, I heard that was.
She showed some real power there.
So,
like, you never want to see a loved one real close to you, especially your son, your daughter.
Yeah, no parent's supposed to bury their kid.
Her strength in that moment was amazing. Nip's brother, man, like Black Sam, he really his speech was. I mean, everything about it was great, man. I mean, for those people who really enjoyed him and really loved him the way that they did, that celebration film was popping. Like,
that's
you know what I mean? So, once again, condolences to Nip's fam, man. Sleep in peace, man. Like,
and tied with it, besides just the celebration of life, it wasn't just greatness. You know what I mean? Kodak's still on my timeline. Everybody's still mad at him. You know what I mean? I didn't even touch on him too much last week, but you know what I say all the time. Everybody has the right to feel and say however they want, and everybody doesn't have to agree.
That's
true.
true.
You just have to be willing to deal with whatever consequences come behind
Absolutely.
whatever you do. And me personally, I don't think nigga said anything wrong. Life goes on. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, maybe she won't, but 9 out of 10 times when a loved one passes or whatever, after a while, you fuck with somebody else. You're not going to be by yourself all the time. And he didn't say anything disrespectful. It was in bad taste. It was at a bad time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Too soon.
It was in bad taste and it was at a bad time. But he has the right to say what he feels, and he said it, and he's sticking to his guns.
Right. And he's
like I said,
people have the right to check him.
And you know what I mean?
That's just what they are.
I'm not mad at nobody. You know what I'm saying? So he said what he said. He said what he said. He apologized to her. I don't think he really wanted to, but who am I to judge if he really wanted to or not? You know what I'm saying? But he made his apology. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else just has to deal with it. It's like, my whole shit and nothing against Nip. I love Nip to death, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all in any way, shape, or form. But like, if it wasn't Nip, niggas wouldn't be acting like that. So I just don't like how people's energy be. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Everybody loves him, so everybody wants to go extra hard. But that man has the right to say whatever the fuck he wants to say without niggas trying to off the nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like, he didn't say. He said she about to be a whole widow. He ain't say nothing. The fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, bad taste. Like, that could have been internal. It didn't have to be on the gram. Because you feel how you feel. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? There's probably a million niggas that was feeling.
For niggas to like somebody was filming, it was live, and he was just talking.
He's just talking,
and then everybody wanted video. So.
And everybody wanted to take.
But wait, how you feel about certain? I heard certain stations are canceling his music.
That's what I'm saying. You got to deal with the consequences.
I
think that's.
I respect out 87 and Power 105. Like, we're not doing that. Like,
I think that's corny.
We're not doing that. Not because we disrespect Nip or Lauren, but it's like we got to keep the same energy all over the board.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's corny. They have the right to do whatever they want to do, and that's what they choose to do. It is what it is. I think that's corny. You know what I mean? That man, he didn't do anything wrong. Everybody's just in their feelings because they love this nigga Nip. So everybody's in their feelings, but he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't say, "Oh, I'm about to go fuck this bitch."
He said a lot of things that 1,000 motherfuckers was thinking.
Everybody was thinking. He just got caught on camera. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now he has to take the backlash of that shit. But at the end of the day, you got to stand behind what you said. You have the right to say or feel whatever you want, but you have to deal with the consequences and whatever backlash comes with it. And it seems like he's standing tall. So
he is. You know what I mean? And he's challenging niggas like, "Yo, come see me then." Like, if it's
it shouldn't even be all of that. Like, and that's where I'm at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're doing it for Nip, you already know that nigga wouldn't even want it to go down like that. Right. So put a young boy to the side and have a conversation with him. Telling me fucked up.
Right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Telling me fucked up. Telling me he's out of pocket. You could have did that on the side. Everybody that. Like I said, you have the right to feel however the fuck you want to feel. Right. You could deal. I think everybody handled this situation in bad taste. Kodak like you said, it was somebody else recording, so he ain't just, but you know what I mean?
He ain't jump out the window, you know what I mean? Like,
and then you guys, y'all that had problems should have, I mean, everybody knows how to get in contact with everybody. Like, y'all could have pulled that young man to the side and just, I mean, but it is what it is.
I agree.
Timeline news. The other nigga, I ain't even listened to it, so I don't even know why I'm even gonna mention it, but it's been all over my timeline. That Lil Nas X, I believe his name is.
Right.
The whole country song.
Got more streams than what's that Drake song? The Kiki, Do You Love Me?
Oh, okay.
Shit?
You know what I mean?
That got a lot of streams, but he beat out Drake on that.
But the big controversy was them removing him from the Billboard.
Right.
Country Top 100.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they said he wasn't country. It did not have enough elements to be classified as a country song. Right. You know what I mean?
Did they ever describe what those elements were?
I never even checked. You know what I mean? Then he went and got the big country homie to jump on the song.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
And
what year we in 2019? So far, Billy Ray Cyrus got the hardest verse in 2019, bro.
Still haven't listened to the song. I haven't listened to anything yet, but I'll actually check it out. I need to.
Just check it out, bro.
Yeah, he got the big country homie to hop on it, and now he's lit again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what's crazy to me and what I've seen a lot of other people talking about when it comes to that is everybody else could jump into the genre of rap, hip hop, R&B, all these people could come do that, but once colored brother with a little melanin in his skin hops in and tries to do country, it's a big deal and it's a problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? And not even to play devil's advocate, I've also heard that one of the reasons why his song might have got pulled is because they wanted to classify it as a spoof. You know, like how that Weird Al nigga used to do?
They trying to make it sound like a funny, like
because they like, if you, and I didn't do any deep dives or anything, so I'm just going off of what I've heard. Yeah. Like, if you actually go through and listen to his music, none of his other music is country. Oh. You know what I'm saying? It's just straight, you know what I mean? Straight rap. Shit. Okay. So, you know what I mean? So, to Billboard's defense, that's what people are saying. That's what, you know what I mean? Like I said, I didn't do any research. Still haven't listened to the song. Haven't heard any of his other songs, so I don't know.
I never heard the kid until that song came out.
Until that, so you know what I mean? Niggas is like that was the ploy, so he could blow. If that was,
I'm not mad at that at all.
It worked. So
I'm not mad at
if
it
that's
all.
what it was, then he's probably not even mad that they pulled him from the.
I think he performed at halftime at the Atlanta Hawk game.
So
you think he cares?
He's lit right now.
You think he fucking cares?
He's lit right now. So probably there's a ton of other shit on the timeline, but those were the main things that just kept pop. Oh, D Wade's farewell tour.
Yeah, man.
That kept popping up on my timeline too.
Shout out to D Wade.
D Wade, man, that's one of my favorite players. You know what I'm saying? He made me happy to be a Heat fan again because I used to fuck with the Heat even back in the day. Yeah. Dan Marley, Tim Hardaway, Rashawn Mashford, like, you know what I'm saying?
Every day.
I'm a Miami fan, yeah.
I know I did.
So I always used to mess with them since back then. So when D Wade came, that just gave a nigga hope again, and he bought us those chips. Yeah, he's nasty. So
I always like D Wade.
I was glad. I'm sorry. I was glad to see that tour all year. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
that
was hard, man.
Final tribute out in Miami. That shit was awesome. Like, you know what I mean? They did right by him.
They
you
did,
know what I'm saying?
man.
They did right by him.
I got nothing bad to say about D Wade, bro. I think D Wade's career it just sums up how you can tell what genuine niggas are, bro. And D Wade seemed like a genuine nigga, played ball, did shit right, and everybody sending them off properly. Same thing with Nipsey. I mean, he got his too, but it's D Wade
though.
You know
yeah, that's Wade though.
But how you feel? Did you hear the shit that Poor Piss said?
I didn't deep dive into it, but I heard he was hating. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't hating. I understood where he was coming from.
They asked him a question, right?
Exactly.
He answered.
Exactly.
And
I think where he fouled out. This is where he fouled out. Because statistically, he's kind of better than... He had a better career-wise than the Wade.
Not even statistically.
He had more points than Wade.
Wade has more MVPs. He has more...
Yeah.
That's the stats that we're worried about. Like, those are stats that count.
Those are asterisk stats.
Those are stats that count.
No one's considering Robert Ory a fucking great player, and he got 6 rings. Like, no one cares. That's what I'm saying.
We didn't even start mentioning championships. We just talking about all the other things.
Right.
Defensive player.
Right.
Like his stats.
So
don't do that. His stats are shitting on Paul Pierce.
I'm not saying I'm not agreeing with Paul Pierce. I'm saying I think when he fouled out is when he was like, "Oh, give me Shaq in his prime." Give me LeBron.
Yeah. That's where he messed up. Because now you sound like a hater.
Now you sound like a hater.
Now you
fouled out.
Yeah, that's where
like
you sound like a hater.
I was wrong with you for a little bit. I'm like, I'm listening.
And you're supposed to feel like you're better than whoever you're. So I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that.
That's when he, like you said, that's when he went wrong. Because now you're playing yourself.
Right, now you sound like a hater.
Come on, you're reaching and you hate.
And you're right. Now you're reaching and you're hating.
And you're hating. Like, just chill. You know what I mean? But
so that was that. But yo, shout out to D Wade, man.
Yeah, shout out to D Wade, definitely, man. I'm glad to see them Miami boys send you up right. He's still gonna be visible. He's definitely gonna be visible.
And one last thing, class act, D Wade, for giving your last jersey to my man Melo, man. Real class act, bro. Yeah. Because the NBA is doing Melo so dirty. Like
they're gonna have to give Melo his shine eventually. Because
I think Melo needs to deserve his chance, but we talk about it at the time.
Yeah.
But I think Melo deserves a shot, but. Shout out D Wade for that one. That's real classic.
D Wade, Wade County, man. We fuck with y'all on this side. Mm-hmm. So tonight, man, entrepreneurship, employment. Good, the bad, why pick one or the other? We do both. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's an ongoing topic of conversation. You know what I'm saying? Why are we still working? Why aren't we working for ourselves? Different things like that. So just want to not even deep dive, but just delve into those topics real quick. You know what I mean? You with the shits tonight?
Let's go, man. Always with the shits.
All right, let's do this. So we all got to work because we all got to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? If we were all born rich and shit, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we do some type of work, I guess, because you can't just, you can, but who wants to just sit around? You know what I mean? You got to be productive at some point in time. You know what I mean? But, where we're at now in life, we have to work. So it's like, are you going to go and work for somebody, or are you going to be your own boss? You know what I mean? And a lot of people, which is great, want to jump into entrepreneurship and everything, but it's like, I'm not sure all the time that everyone understands everything that goes into that. You know what I mean? Because yes, everybody wants to be your own boss, but are you willing to do the things that it takes to get you to that position, and then once you get there, to be able to maintain it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Entrepreneurs, especially in the beginning part of their careers, right? Because entrepreneurship is a career.
Absolutely.
In the beginning part of their careers is hard. It's rough. Especially if you're starting by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So these are things that a lot of people don't think about, like, especially if you have employees, you have to pay your employees before you pay yourself.
Right.
Sometimes these people that own these businesses, they go a whole year, sometimes even more, without even taking a salary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It all depends on how your establishment is set up, what you're doing. You know what I mean? A lot of different things come into play, obviously, but these are little things that I don't think everybody thinks about. You know what I mean? And it's great to want to work for yourself and own your own things and do different things like that, but that's not the life for everyone. Right. You know what I'm saying? There's certain lanes for everybody. Everybody can't be their own boss. Some people actually need leadership. They need certain type of structure outside of themselves for them to carry on and perform their day-to-days. Right. So, you know what I mean? I think everyone should, at some point, you know what I mean, be working for themselves or some type of family business or something, so that we're generating this money and keeping it, you know what I'm saying, within your family first. And then obviously you want to branch out and spread to your friends and to your other family and then to the community and different things like that. You know what I mean? That's obviously the end goal, but before anything, you have to be able to take care of yourself. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I think the problem people have is that some people feel like they don't have the means to be their own bosses, start their own businesses. And I think that a lot of people are used to just being a worker until you put a position to them, like, yo, bro, like they have a skill, like you have your skill, you're painting. Like, yo, bro, why don't you, like, sell your painting? Why don't you do paint sales? Like, why don't you branch yourself out to do other things? And people don't, some people don't think they can capitalize off their talents.
I think a big part of that is because they don't teach entrepreneurship in high school.
Or any school. Well,
I don't know about college. I guess when you
get
wasn't there. This shit dropped out. I don't know.
Hey man, I had a baby. I had to get work.
But you know what I mean? Like, they need to really teach entrepreneurship starting in high school, probably even before that.
I think even before that.
Yeah,
probably
like
even
junior
before
high,
that, bro. Like, it's so weird that in the world we live in, just America alone, how they speak about the new technology, new this, new that, new that, but they're teaching the same exact curriculum.
Same curriculum.
Like, it's ridiculous. Like, how come the curriculum hasn't adapted? Everything else, we have phones that fucking flip open and all kind of shit. Like,
because I mean,
all this other shit, but their curriculum is the same. That's crazy.
I guess I agree with you.
You know what
I'm saying? I totally agree with you, but I guess it's, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
But it is broke.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if the history was actually real, history doesn't change, so I don't have to change. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. Right. I see what you're saying.
But as we get older and more information is presented to us, we know half the shit that you're teaching us is false anyway. So
because what they
fix the curriculum.
You know, they teach in kindergarten, what do you want to be when you grow up? And
but then
you
they
never
don't
hear about that shit again.
I mean, and that's cool and all that. They plant a seed in your head, but then they don't give you any direction.
That's what I'm saying.
No directional path on how to get there. It's just go to school.
Like, I heard they took trades. They took trades out of high schools. Like,
like dudes we spoke about that before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's crazy. So that's why people, I think, once they leave high school, it's like I got to get money. Like, I got bills. Like, so I don't have the kind of time to really be an entrepreneur. But not everybody has that. Not everybody has that. But I think But the majority is like, I gotta find 9 to 5. I got bills to pay. I got this. I got
And
that.
that's why I think that it needs to be taught in school.
No, I totally agree.
You know what I mean? Because now, if we have these type of courses and different things, you now know what you need. You've learned how to balance books. You know what it means to take inventory. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just all fake. Like even when we was in school, I don't know if they did that with you, but had us trade like fake stocks and shit. You had to find the stocks that you wanted. You had X amount of money.
Really?
You kept watch and you watched. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my first introduction into stocks. I was like in high school and shit. Like you know what I'm saying? So that's why, you know what I mean? I'm not even no guru or nothing, but that's why I kind of fuck with it a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? Because they call it paper stocks. Like, I didn't traded paper stocks. Just play shit. But you're following, you're watching, you get to learn the fucking Greeks. You know what I'm saying? Because deltas and all of that shit that comes into the stocks as well. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, we need some type of entrepreneurship classes, small business classes, different things like that, letting you know what it takes to actually get started. You know what I mean? And then like you were saying before, even some people, when it comes to starting a business, is like, it's capital. Where am I going to get this from? We need to know that there's lots of different options. You don't have to just start from scratch all the time. You could link up with people of like-minded and you start a partnership. You know what I'm saying? Open up LLCs, take out loans on your businesses. You can get started like that. You know what I'm saying? Then you can also try to jump into like a franchise position. You might be interested in running a business, but actually not having to do all that other shit. And you got a couple dollars, go buy you a franchise or something. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many different ways for us to do that. You know what I mean? For us to make money and to be entrepreneurs, but it all starts from, like anything else, it all starts from young. And we need to start teaching people how to do this shit. And if the schools ain't gonna do it, you know what I'm saying? We got to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? When you get to a certain age, like my parents, when we was growing up, they, like I said, they always tried to teach me how to save money. I was horrible until just a couple years ago, something clicked. And now, you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking, I'm rolling, I'm doing good. But it was always instilled, like when we was young, we had to go open up bank accounts. And every time we got birthday or Christmas money, they ain't take our shit, but you had to put a couple dollars in your saving account. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was, whenever you get money, you put a couple dollars in your savings account. Made us open CDs. When they gave us money, put it in the CD. You can't touch it for X amount of years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Parents that do stuff like that, we also need to start opening up LLCs for our kids. Like, I don't have any kids yet. I said for our kids. But, you know what I'm saying? Start opening up LLCs for our kids, like, from young. Have that LLC on paper already. And, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, if the schools ain't going to do it, we got to do it. Teach them how to balance a checkbook. What it costs. You know what I mean? What it means to take inventory. You know what I'm saying? Have them do, even if you start small, like, I don't remember the last time I seen a fucking lemonade stand. But, you know what I mean? Have people do just little shit like that. Car wash, whatever. But something so they know what it means, number one, to work. And number two, everything that it takes behind it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the things we always see, the glitz, the glamour of the business owner, the entrepreneur, but we don't see all the sleepless nights, the hungry nights, the unpaid bills, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody doesn't
the huge debt. Like,
huge debt, because everybody doesn't just get to start clean. You know what I mean? Some people, I don't want to say some people are lucky. Some people save in, work. Some, you know what I mean? Some people actually know the system and go about it, because there's, at least I hear, I don't want to say because I haven't done all the but there's tons of grants I hear and loans and different things like that you can get to start small businesses. And it's depending on what location you're in, some places want small businesses. So they'll give you, you know what I'm saying, different perks and different things like that. So there's always that route as well. You know what I mean? So I always say you never can make money be your end all be all. You know what I'm saying? Because whether you have it or not, you still got to get shit done.
Right. That's true. You know, it's, I think that it's easy for us to, I'm not gonna say that's not easy. I think everyone has like a plan of what they would like to do if they had their own business, right? So you'll come to you write down the stuff down, you jot it down. That should be easy. I can do this. And then when you start actually doing the work, you realize like shit, this is a lot. And that's when people fall off. That minute where it's like they have to realize like this is gonna cost me way more than I think I'm gonna ever make out of it. And I think that's when people fail themselves at that point.
I mean,
when they hit that fork in the road.
You're always gonna hit that fork, right?
But a lot of people take the exit route. Like I'm done with this.
But it all depends on the fork, because like you have to be smart. If you're working on something where you're gonna put more money in than you're gonna come out, it's better for you to go the other way.
Right, but
you know what I'm saying?
That was getting. I think sometimes you get in your own way because you think that, but then you just don't know.
That's what. Do you think or do you know now? Now, if you did your research, because that's what it all comes down to. Like, how prepared are you? Right. You know what I mean? People, and that's if you're getting prepared, you won't be shocked when you see what happens. You know what I mean? That's why everybody's shocked. Because they just see the glitz and the glamour, and then, oh shit, I actually have to do work. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you get deterred. But if you know this already, you're going into it knowing, okay, I'm going to have to do X, Y, and Z, and I might have to do X, Y, and Z for a year and some change before I even will see any type of revenue. Yeah. I might spend money. Like I was watching Joe the other day, podcast, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I believe he said he was doing that podcast shit for like 4 years, spending his own bread before he did anything. Like, it's all about what are you willing to do? How much do you want it? How much do you actually believe in yourself? Right. And that's where people start to get wary. You know what I'm saying? You have to take a good look at yourself. Yeah. And half the time when you take a good look at yourself, you rather go push some buttons and be guaranteed to get a check. Or whatever your job is, you rather go do that because you're guaranteed a check than do this where you might not get paid. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's where people get scared. But you know what I'm saying? It's, do you believe in yourself? How much do you believe in yourself, and how bad do you want to do it? Yeah. You know what I mean? You hear these stories of people sleeping in their car because that's how bad they wanted it. You know what I mean? We think we want it that bad, but we don't want it bad enough to go sleep in our car. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad do you want it? So you know what I'm saying? So then if you don't have that hunger, you can't be mad when these opportunities and things like that don't come to you. Right. You know what I mean? So gotta be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Be able to, and like I said, that life is not for everyone. It's not for everyone. You know what I mean? Like, it looks glamorous. Everybody thinks they want to be their own boss. Right. Until it's time to actually be your own boss. Yeah. You know what I mean? Are you okay with paying niggas and not getting paid? Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Are you okay with spending money for months, for maybe years sometimes with no return? Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yep. What are you willing to do? So, like you say, everybody has their thing that they want to do. Right. All right, so, and then you grow up, and then you enter the real world. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, choosing a career or a job versus being forced to work a job to just pay the bills. How quickly does that happen? But what are the steps that we can take to avoid that happening? Or is that even avoidable, which is not a word? Avoidable? Is avoidable a word? Yeah, it just sounded funny when I said it.
I'm putting money on it.
I'm rolling with it. Avoidable.
You know what? I'm rolling with that. You know what it is? So if you take like me, for example, right? Like, I've been at my current job for over like 12 years. Okay. Definitely wasn't the plan to be there that long. Okay. So it was one of those like and it's funny, every time I felt like, all right, I can get out, do something different, some circumstances have come, like, all right, so let me do this for another 5 years, stack up, and then I can venture my way out. Some circumstances that happen. And then later than you know, you got this fucking job 40 years like my mom, and you're just sitting there. Like, it's what, it's like, I mean, to be honest with you, I never thought about what career I would wanted.
Me either.
I never thought about that. I'm lying. I wanted to go to school for engineering, but I know that wasn't my passion. Okay. I just heard someone say they make mad money doing that. I was like, I want to do that.
You just wanted to do it because you wanted the bread.
Right. Didn't have no interest in that shit. I did that for like a year in college. I was like, oh, I'm not fucking with this. Then I did optometry. Why? Someone say, "Oh, they make
Make
mad
money.
money." Did that? I was like, "Yo, let me just get out of here. Let me get out of here." Period, bro. Like I'm wasting time and I'm wasting money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know what? I have the job that I had at the time, and I'm here 12 years later. So it's like one of those, like I guess I'm here to pay the bills, but now I'm on some shit like my daughter's about to be 18, so now I can really venture off and do my career. Like I'm like doing this podcast with you, doing other shit. So I have other things on my mind that I'm really going to like take. And if I lose my job over because I'm spending more time on my career or what shit I really want to do, I'm cool
You're
with
okay
that.
with that.
I'm
You're
cool
at the
with
point
that.
where you're okay with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think I wanted to be a vet when I was younger.
Really?
I loved animals, you know what I'm saying? But when I found out how long you had to go to school and all that for that shit, I was like, okay, nope, I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? And then, believe it or not, I wanted to be an accountant at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with numbers and shit, but I don't know what happened to that. I was just like, yeah, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? My pops and shit always tell me to do computers, like you want to be like a computer engineer and shit. I'm good with shit like that, but that was never my interest, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So these are all different professions where I could make a lot of bread.
Right.
But it was just like, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I moved back to New York from Atlanta, my homie Blast, shout out Blast, he had put me on to underground utility locating. Mm-hmm. That's a job that can be a career. You got people, and they make good bread. I was making good bread. I was 23, 24. I think I was making I was making 50, nice. 55 a year. Like, doesn't make no sense to be making that much money that young. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that was the time when money went to a little place. Like,
man.
They loved me at the strip club those times, man. But that could have turned into a career. I did that job for about 7 years, like, okay. You know what I'm saying? And then whole situation happened, and you know what I mean? And then I wind up at the iLab where I'm at, and I've been there now for 5 years. And it's like, I didn't plan on being here this long at all. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Not there. That was supposed to be okay. Jump in the game, get my feet back wet, because I went through my whole slump and shit where I had to, all right, nigga, stop playing. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And got the job, decent pay, obviously, because I'm still there for 5 years. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, but that's not going to be my career. I don't plan on managing data for the rest of my life. Like, you know what I mean? I hear you. So, with all of that being said, is like, I mean, neither of us went to college. I mean, we went, but we didn't finish. But it's college. I mean, that's usually the route, right? You go to college and then you jump in your career. Right. But it doesn't always work out like that. Nah, man. Like, I can count on my hand how people I know who went to college, got the degree, and they're not even working the career that they graduated from. Like, I know some people that's psychologists. They work at a fucking, somewhere doing something totally opposite. My brother went to school for healthcare. He's a manager of the mailroom at his job. So I don't know if that's seesaw. Like, if that gets you where you're supposed to go. That's what they say. That's the plan, right? Yeah, that's the play that they feed you all the time. Because if I graduate in healthcare science, I should be working somewhere doing healthcare. But it doesn't usually work out like that. You know what I'm saying? 9 out of 10 times, which is sad. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? Is it because you can't? Is it now that is it that I got the career, I got the degree, I can't find work in my field? That's usually the problem. Now that's nuts. And that's what I'm saying. That's why the shit sucks. That's usually the problem, and it shouldn't be like that because. Oh, it's crazy. That just put my brain in a mind fuck real quick. Because that's usually what it is. I can't find a job in my field. I did all this work. I graduated. I got the degree. And now I just can't find a job in my field. I have to pay the bills. So I wind up just getting a job. Right. Which could turn into a career. Right. But I wind up getting a job just to pay the bills. Right. That's crazy. That's crazy. That bothers me on so many levels. It's funny. I don't know if you look on Indeed. I always look on Indeed to see what's out here. Just cause. And they be wanting 30,000. They be wanting bachelors. I'm like, y'all bugging. Like, you bugging. Like, you bugging.
Like, you want me to, you're going to pay me $30,000.
30?
And you want me to have a bachelor's degree plus this, plus that. Yo, my student loan is more than that.
Like, y'all can't even talk to me about 30.
Like, you out of your mind. And I'm like who sets these rules and these, like,
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
And that's why I told you before, like, you know what I'm saying? If I see a job that I want, I'll apply for it. I don't give a fuck. I lie on my application. You know what I mean? Oh, word,
Yeah.
I need 5 years as a driver? Guess who was a driver for 5 years? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck out of here. You gotta really figure out that I don't have this experience. And then after we done chopped it up at the interview, you fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And everything else checks out. Now it's like, do I want to give this guy a chance?
Right.
9 out of 10 times it's gonna be no, but I might meet that one nigga
Right.
who's
I'll do it.
yeah,
I'll
let
do
me
it.
let me mess with him, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So I don't let those things stop me from applying.
Neither
'Cause
have
look,
I. Neither would I.
the most you can do is say no.
And that's fine.
Guess what? We both just wasted a little bit of our time.
Right.
You got paid, and I might have got a job.
Right.
I'm cool.
Yeah, we both,
Like, you know
But
what I'm
that's
saying?
crazy, bro. Like, you know. So, yeah, I think a lot of people, I think the majority of people are working just to pay bills because, you know, bills got to be paid, bro. Like, you got
They have to
families
be
that got to
paid.
eat. You're like,
I mean, I'm happy for the people that actually are working, and this, I don't even say it like that because there's a lot of people that are actually working in their career field.
no, they are.
The field,
No,
and
I don't
they
wanna
love
paint
it.
that
You know what I'm
picture
saying?
that's not- Right.
Yes, I don't want
Right.
to. Yeah, I don't want
I-
to paint that
yeah.
one-sided picture because
Right.
there's tons of them.
Right.
But
But I think
the
this
majority,
side, this side
yeah,
is a little,
the reality of it is,
right, yeah.
I want to say my numbers could be wrong. You know what I mean? But I want to say at least half the people out here are working a job just to pay the bills. That wasn't their career
I'm
choice.
gonna give it like a 61-ish.
I'll go with that.
All right.
I'll go with that.
All right.
You know what I mean? And it is what it is. That's crazy, but what are we gonna do? We're working, right? 9 to 5, career, whatever your shift is, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? How important is employee appreciation and accountability when you're working at a job?
Is it important? Yeah, no. It's important because you know you do want to know that you're being appreciated for what you're doing. But I don't think that you need like a parade or a party for it. Like I don't need the award. Like team play of the year. I don't need all that. You know what I mean? Just, you know, if I'm doing something and they say, yo, Marquise, that's a great job. Boom. I'm cool with that alone. And even if I don't get that, like, yo, Marquise, that was a good idea. We like that. We're gonna use that. That lets me know that I'm bringing some value. But if you show me that I'm just the iron, I'm one of the, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I'm one of the workers that's just like, assembly line worker, like, here, just passes over the path.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no appreciation there because you're just part of the line. We can move you out and put another person in the line. Like, so yeah, you kind of do want a little bit of appreciation. And I think everyone should be accountable for the job that they're given. Like, like I always tease one of my coworkers, like, she's like the senior OM. I'm like, yo, bro, like you're a senior. So like, if I ask you a question, don't send me nowhere else. Like, you're the liaison. Like, if you sending me there, then what's the point of you being here?
That's what I mean by accountability,
Yeah.
and not just for us as their employees.
No, I'm saying definitely if you,
but for the
whatever,
as well.
Absolutely, whatever.
You know what I mean? Because I'm big on that. Like, yes, I get it. It's a job. You're paying me to do a job. I don't never go anywhere acting like I'm the shit because I know everybody's replaceable. But at the same time, I'm not your yes man. I'm going to do whatever the fuck you say, employee either.
Right.
At the end of
That's
the day,
right.
I'm a human being.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to treat me with respect because when I come to your establishment, I treat you with respect.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter that you're paying me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're goddamn humans and you're not just going to talk to me any kind of way. You're not going to... No, like I see people at my job, bosses, managers, owners, the way they talk to certain people... For real, like the way they talk to certain people and the interactions and you know what I'm saying? I just be in the back of my head like, couldn't be me. Glad I don't work on that side. There would have been a problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I treat everybody with the utmost respect. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But I give off the don't fuck with me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
kind
do,
of
yeah.
vibe.
Yeah, you do.
You know what I mean? I'm not like a mean guy. I'm not a scary guy, nothing. But it's like, don't fuck with that nigga. Like, I kind of give off that type of vibe. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they don't fuck with me. Treat everybody with respect, and I love it. Like you said, I don't need no parade, don't need nothing. But if you see me going above and beyond, I'm going out of my way to get shit done. I'm helping other people. And I'm not just talking about me, and I'm just talking in general.
Right.
You see these type of actions from your employee,
Yeah.
you need to say something.
Absolutely.
Even if it's just to them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need no parade or nothing. But like, you see this work.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know you see this work. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think anybody would want that. And some people might not want anything.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it, I'm here to do a job. And you might just go in and just do your job. If you a nigga that goes in, does your job, goes home, gets your check, there's nothing wrong with that. Because that's why you're there.
Yep.
And that's why you hired me. But I'm doing more than what you... Acknowledge me, bro. Don't act like the more that I'm doing is regular. Because that's when we start to have a problem. Me personally now.
Okay.
That's when we start to have a problem. When you're acting like the extra that I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. No, I'm going above and beyond my job title and description. Mm-hmm. You need to acknowledge me, bro. Mm-hmm. Maybe, you know what I mean? Am I reaching? Like, you know what I'm saying?
To me, no, you're not reaching, but to them, you're reaching.
I mean, not me. I mean, you know me by now. Like, I speak my mind. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you know. Like, you know what I mean? I'll have a meeting or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, you used to do X, Y, and Z," but you're like, "Yeah, because when I used to do that shit, yeah, I didn't even know you noticed. You never said anything when I used to do it.
Yo, so that's crazy. You even said
you know what I'm
that,
saying?
bro.
You never said. I never knew you even noticed. So I just
crazy.
went back to doing what you pay me to do.
Dog. We used to have these meetings back when I worked in another department in my job. We used to have these meetings every first Tuesday or Thursday, whatever it was. So first to raise their hand, like, yo, if we do this, boom, 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 boom. Got to the point where, like, I ain't see no results. No results. Oh, so they take credit for something I said. Boom. So then I'm quiet. All it means I don't even. Only time they see me speak when they ask me my name. Marquise, I'm here. And that was it, right? So then the lady gonna go, can I get 5 minutes? I'm like, yeah, sure. She said, you don't talk in the meetings anymore. I said, for what? What do you want me to say? Or you want me to, like, repeat myself every fucking week about the same thing, and then people take credit for my shit, and they're not gonna do it? What's the point?
That's what I mean.
So yeah, you're right.
Acknowledge me
like,
when
if
I go above. I don't need. You said don't applaud a fish for swimming, right? I'm doing my regular. I don't need a. If I go above and beyond, and I still don't need a parade for that. Just acknowledge me.
Right.
Just acknowledge. That's all I ask for. Just acknowledge me. And you, as a supervisor, manager, boss, or whatever, you need to be accountable. If I tell you X, Y, and Z, the same way we have a boss, you have a boss.
Right.
And let's not take it there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel when it comes to that.
Right.
Now, we live in and work in a at-will state.
Right.
And that is what, at least in my opinion, that is why some of these, I'm not going to say all of them, some of these bosses, managers, and different things like that feel like they can just talk to you any kind of way. Right. Because they know they can fire you for whatever the fuck they want. It's an at-will state. They don't have to have a rhyme or a reason. Right. There's not too many. I think there's 5. I'll do my research and I'll put it up when we do the app. But there's maybe 5 or so at-will states where they can just don't want them and fire you. Like these other places, they have to have a rhyme or a reason, or you can go unemployment. Right. So I think that's one of the reasons why these people think they can just talk to you however they want, because it's like, nigga, you need this job. Right. Fuck you gonna do? Right. And I be like, yeah, I don't need it that bad. I can go get a job. Yeah, man. I can go get another job
too, man. I've been lucky to have never had anyone disrespect me, just like I lose my cool or show face. Like, so I mean, but it's there. Like, if a nigga try me, like,
first 2 weeks at the job that I'm at, and I won't say no names or whatever, but anybody that worked with me, if they watching, they know who I'm talking about. Right? I had to invite one of the niggas to the bathroom. Wasn't my supervisor, but he's a supervisor. I had to invite that nigga to the bathroom my first week. The first or second week at the job, because the nigga talking to me all crazy. But I see that's the culture there. That's how he was. But I was like, yo, my man, come here real quick, bro. Yeah, excuse me? I'm like, yeah, come here real quick. Like, you want to go to the bathroom or something? Ain't no cameras in there. You got a problem, bro? Because you acting like you got a problem right now. It's like, oh, shit. And he went and talked to his boss and shit, but his boss fucked with me, like, you know what I'm saying? And she told that nigga, yo, leave Julian alone. Straight like that. He was so sick. He was so, because he thought it was, you know what I mean? He thought it was about to be something.
He thought it was about to end of you.
He thought it was about to be something. Just started, da-da-da. So I'm like, yo, leave Julian alone. And gave that nigga the look like, yep. Fucking with the wrong one,
what's the
boy.
relationship like now?
What, Sindhu?
Yeah.
They still don't fuck with each other.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
5 years later, we still got beef?
fuck with the nigga. I don't like the nigga. He know I don't like him. He don't like me, and that's cool. We don't have to like each other. We communicate when we need to. It's a job. I tell you that shit all the time. It's a job.
It's a job, bro.
As long as we get the job done, that's it. I don't have to like you.
Nope.
You don't have to like me.
Nope.
If I need to speak to you because we have a job to do,
Yep.
we'll speak after that. And I will speak to you with the utmost respect.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter that I don't like you. That doesn't mean I have to fucking disrespect you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you're a boss. You're not my boss, but you're a boss. So
Right.
I have to treat you with it.
And I will.
And I will.
Like, I don't care.
I don't have to like you at all. And you know I don't like. Everybody knows we don't like each other. That should be funny as hell when inter-office meetings and when different departments have to sit down and shit, and then niggas walking, everybody saying what up, and I just grill the nigga like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that should be crazy.
That shit is hilarious, bro.
I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the work gets done and everything gets handled in a respectable manner.
Right.
We don't have to like each other. We don't have to talk to each other. We just respect each other and we get the job done. Right.
Every once in a while, you gotta check someone respectfully. Like, yo, look, like this
nigga, I'm the nicest person at writing nasty emails and all of that, and everything is so well written and it's. But you're just like, oh, wow. Like, you know what I mean? Yo. But you've been at your job for 12 years. Yeah. I've been at mine, this one, for 5. My previous job before that, I was there for 7. If I'm at a place, I usually stay for a while. I'm not really jumping and moving like that. So being at a job for that long, what is the, and not general, I guess I'm asking you personally, because we can't generalize everybody. But what's the timeline for a raise or a promotion before it's like, okay, I got to exit? Like, how long do you stay before, you know what I mean? It's like, all right, man, y'all got to give me some more bread. Y'all got to give me a different position, or we got to amicably part ways.
Right. I like to base it on real facts. I know I work in real estate. So obviously, if my office isn't the producing, there's no way for me to ask for a raise if we're not producing as an office. Like, if my office isn't like, you know, up there in the numbers, like if we're doing great work and I'm being overwhelmed with work, then I have some leverage to play with. But if I notice that my office is not up to par, you know what I mean, I kind of bite the bullet. Like, all right, you know, I'll bite this one. Let's just hope we have a great year following year. So that's how I kind of gauge it.
So you're kind of on a year-to-year basis.
Yeah, I kind of gauge it like that. Yeah, but like if I could tell them my workload is becoming a lot, and that's because of the revenue we're bringing in. Oh yeah, it's time to pay the piper. Like it just is what it is. But that's how I get. I mean, before I worked in the position I work in now, getting a rate, I was literally out the door. Like, had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And then she finally, like, the boss I had, she was like, all right, we'll give you what you need. I'm like, all right, bro, like, why did I have to do all that, though? Like, why did I have to come to this? Like, so it was one of those, like, but I was like, you know, I love the company so much because my mom's been in there for so many years. Like, I kind of grew up with the company. So, like, one of those, like, yo, I consider this company family to me. So, like, I don't want to leave, but, I mean, you have to do what you have to do for your bottom line. Yo. Like, absolutely. That is what it is, but that's how I kind of gauge it. I don't know how everybody else gauges theirs on what they do.
I mean, it all depends. But, yeah, that was great the way you answered it, because it really depends on your job, career, whatever. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Prior to doing utility locating, I was always telemarketing, customer service, and I get a raise every year. Like, if I stay with that, I get a raise every year. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing. Like, what's up? Because I'm a good worker. I hate to toot my horn and shit. I'm a good worker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even when I did telemarketing and even customer service, like I always had good numbers. I was always so. End of the year come around, it's like, yo, what's good? Need that raise, or I'm out to see what's up, and I could always go get another job. Like, you know what I mean? Locating shit. I was getting paid per ticket, but we're still pressing niggas for a raise. Like, everywhere I worked at prior to this job, every year and a half, I'd get a raise. This is my first time at a real corporate place. Mm-hmm. And they have like these corporate rules. If you're in this tier, you can only get paid between this and this. It doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing. If you fall in this, you could only... And this is my first time working in an environment like this. You know what I mean? So that took time to get adjusted to. Like, we get a raise every year, but it'd be like 30 cents, 50 cents, some dumb shit like that. I'm used to getting $1.50. Like, bump this shit. Like, you know what I'm talking about? So adjusting to this culture was hard. Like, you know what I mean? I had to get transferred out of like two different tiers just so they could accommodate the money that I want. Because I'm like, y'all playing with me. I'm about to be out. And like I said, everyone's replaceable. So I don't try to act like I'm not. But I'm a good worker. You know what I mean? So it always kind of... But that was my thing. So that's why I wanted to kind of ask that question. Because I used to be on that every year. I need a raise type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Stepped into this different world and it's...
Yeah, but it's funny. When my, before a company kept changing ownership, I think like my first 5 years with the same owners, and it wasn't even, you didn't even have to ask. You know, you get a letter with your last check like, yo, you'll be getting this much next year. Yeah. And then once we started changing ownership a lot, shit got different.
Policies and shit got a little different. Different people playing with the bag. Yeah. Niggas, they're not as generous with the bag.
They damn sure ain't generous with the bag.
They're not as generous with the bag.
They hold the bag, bro.
Speaking of the bag, right? 9 to 5 nowadays. You know what I mean? In the real world, unless you're just 6 figures, Right. 9 to 5 in the real world, is that enough to live comfortably? And I know we all have different...
Right, that's what I was going...
Different ranges, but what's the average? The average is what? 30? 40?
What's that?
Annual salary.
I think the average like 35.
35 or something like that. That's not enough for me to live comfortably. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I made 35 for a very long time.
That's not enough to live comfortably.
That's not. But you know what it is?
Some people, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Everybody's situation is different.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah,
that's getting 35 that might have public assistance.
Right.
They're lit.
Yeah, you living. Like
they're living.
You ain't got no kids in the world.
Super Gucci. Somebody with 35 with no kids that's staying at home. So, you know what I mean? So So everybody's, I mean, it really depends on your living situation, but I think we're at the point in time where we need multiple streams of income to I don't want to say to survive.
And even if like I live okay, but I still want more. I need more streams of income. Like I have other things I want to do.
Other things.
Yeah, so it's like I don't want to be pigeonholed to just my salary. You know what I'm saying? Saying like, you know, I'm about to go check out one of these DJ Envy real estate seminars just because I want to start getting some like investment money. Like I want to invest in a property and start making some, you know, investment income. Like having like a 3-family, that's 3 apartments and they paying me rent. Like
absolutely,
that's the kind of shit I'm on right now. Like, you know, I'm trying to flip some crib.
Talk after we get off of this shit, but yeah,
that's the kind of shit I'm on, bro. Like,
nah, my uncle does that. Like, we'll talk about that. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely need multiple shit, whether it's that, whether you fucking around in the stock industry, whether you have a specific skill or trade that you can go use when you come out of work. Absolutely. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we have to do something. You know what I mean? Even if you don't possess a, air quote, talent, you can always go learn a trade. Right. You can always pick up skills. Like, you know what I mean? Absolutely. Those are things that you can pick up on the side, and you just have to be smart about what you want to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just putting yourself in a position where you can make this extra bread. Right. And sometimes I tell niggas all the time, sometimes you got to pay to play.
Yeah,
sometimes you got to pay to play.
You do.
Spend a couple dollars, get this skill or this trade. Niggas can't take that skill or that trade from you. Yeah. And 9 out of 10 times, if you're playing the game right, the skill or trade that you go get is something that's always going to be in high demand. Right. You go be a goddamn, you learn how to fix refrigerators. You learn how to be a plumber. You get an extra skill that's always in high demand. So no matter what, you're always needed.
Like my man told me, he was arguing with somebody, and he said, because the nigga was mad that he made more money than him. He was like, bro, you don't want to clean toilets. I mean, fix toilets. I do. That's why I make more money than you. Like, like it is what it is, bro. Like,
it is what it is.
If you're not trying to do what it takes to make yourself that kind of money, you can't be mad at nobody else's job, bro. You can't, bro.
And you got to get out. You have to get this idea out of your head that everything is supposed to come to you for free. Yeah. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to pay to play, bro.
You got to work hard, man.
You have to work.
You got to work hard. And you
have
got
to put in that work. You have to want it, and sometimes you have to spend that bread.
But I think social media has made dudes think they could just do something stupid or just do something simple and they'll get buzzed like that. You know what I mean? Get their way to make their money. But I'm like, that don't work for everybody, bro. Like it's not you.
Social media fucked the whole game up.
That's a fact.
It's great for what it's great for. Right. And I'm mad I can't remember dude's name. He might have been on the Breakfast Club today, or it might have been a past episode. White guy, I don't remember his name. Book dude, he writes a book and he was talking about social media and shit. I'm actually going to check out his book, but check out that Breakfast Club interview. I'll put the guy's name and the date, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But social media fucked up the game. We spend so much time on that shit. We're out here like fucking zombies. Just stuck to our phone, glued to our phone, because we don't want to miss out on anything. You know what I'm saying? What's that shit called FOMO, fear of missing out. By now, we should all know, but we still fail to realize everybody only posts their wins. So you're just seeing everybody winning, and you know they're only posting their wins, but you're dumb enough to think that that's everyday life. Nobody's posting when they fuck up on social media. So you running around trying to mimic and trying to be like somebody who's probably like that 10 minutes of the day. The rest of the day, they're probably even more fucked up than you are. But you wouldn't even know it. You know what I mean? Right. They're in the same boat as you or in a worse situation. Yep. And you would never know it because you're going off of this social media thing. Like, you know what I mean?
Or a little ass post.
A little 5 minutes. They're going to show you your best. Why wouldn't I show you my best? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's fucking social media. It's good for what it's good for because
it is.
You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, it's made a lot of people a lot of money.
It has.
Not gonna say, but I think everyone is looking for that. They're not being true to their talents.
Nobody wants to put the work in.
What I'm saying.
Microwave era.
Right.
We see this social media.
Like a lot of them niggas who keep off that shit, that alleged comedians, niggas ain't funny.
Not funny at all.
Like I'm not here for none of them niggas. Like King Batch, no disrespect, but you're not funny to me, bro.
I don't even know who that is.
Like that girl Jess Hilarious, you not funny to me.
She is trash. Sorry, Jess. She's trash.
Like you just not funny to me.
She's not funny
bro.
to me at all.
But she got to the bag. She's on a TV show.
She's doing her thing.
So I'm not hating on her.
Do you think she's doing her thing on that TV show?